Welcome to the Vocabulary Podcast by IMS Gujarat, featuring today IMS Vocab episode 57. Words 1401 to 1425. Let us begin. Word 1401 is dissuasion, spelling Dissuasion, meaning the act of changing the purpose of or altering the plans of through persuasion or pleading. Example. A few calm words of dissuasion from her elder sister stopped the headstrong girl from signing the rash contract. Word 1402 is disyllable, spelling Disyllable, meaning a word of two syllables. Example. The Sanskrit word Padma is a dissyllable, neatly broken as Padma for the chanting priest to elongate each part. Word 1403 is distemper, spelling Distemper, meaning a disease or malady. Example. The shelter in Pune lost 3 puppies to distemper before the vet could secure vaccine supplies from Mumbai. Word 1404 is distend, spelling Distend, meaning to stretch out or expand in every direction. Example. The dough for the Amritsari kulcha distended beautifully as it puffed up inside the tandoor. Word 1405 is distensible, spelling Distensible, meaning capable of being stretched out or expanded in every direction. Example. The buffalo's rumen is a distensible organ that can hold liters of grass and water during overnight grazing. Word 1406 is distension, spelling Distention, meaning expansion. Example. After a heavy bowl of rajma on a Sunday morning, the distension of his stomach forced him to skip lunch entirely. Etymology note: distend, distensible, and distension share the Latin tendere, meaning to stretch, with dis meaning apart. The same root gives us extend, intend, and tend itself. Whenever something stretches outward in all directions, look for the quiet tend hidden in the word. Word 1407 is distill, spelling Distill, meaning to extract or produce by vaporization and condensation. Example. The Ayurvedic Vaidya distilled a herb mixture in a copper vessel to make a fever tonic for the Sawantwadi clinic. Word 1408 is distillation, spelling Distilation, meaning separation of the more volatile parts of a substance from those less volatile. Example. The essences of jasmine and rose sold in the Kanauj perfumery are produced through traditional Digbapka distillation. Word 1409 is distiller, spelling Distiller, meaning one occupied in the business of distilling alcoholic liquors. Example, the lone licensed distiller of Mahabaleshwar Feni stamped every bottle with the date of the tapping. History note: distill and distillation came into English through the Latin stilla, meaning a drop. Drop by drop, the volatile essence rises, cools, and falls as a purified liquid. The same stilla hides inside the English word instill, meaning to pour knowledge into someone drop by drop as a guru does to a shishya. Word 1410 is distinction, spelling Distinction, meaning a note or designation of honor, officially recognizing superiority or success in studies. Example. The topper from the small town of Palakkad earned a distinction in his Madras University BA exams. Word 1411 is distort, spelling Distort, meaning to twist into an unnatural or irregular form. Example, filmy gossip columnists distorted her words so badly that the actress had to put out a public clarification. Word 1412 is distrain, spelling Distrain, meaning to subject a person to distress. Example, the moneylender distrained the jewelry of the defaulter within a day of the missed payment. Word 1413 is distrainer, spelling D-I-S Trainor, meaning one who subjects a person to distress. Example, the village distrainer was feared by every tenant farmer in the county for his brutal seizure of bullocks. Word 1414 is distraught. Spelling Distraught, meaning bewildered. Example, the distraught mother waited outside the school gate for word of her child after the bomb scare call. Word 1415 is distrust. Spelling Distrust, meaning lack of confidence in the power, wisdom, or good intent of any person. Example, years of broken promises left the daily wage laborer with a deep distrust of contractors in the Meerut brick kilns. Memory aid, distrust, and mistrust look alike but carry a small shade. Both mean lack of trust, but distrust leans towards suspicion from past hurt, while mistrust is reluctance born of unfamiliarity. A tea seller who has been cheated distrusts his wholesaler. A tourist in a new town mistrusts the rickshaw meter. Word 1416 is disunion. Spelling Disun, meaning separation of relations or interests. Example, the disunion between the two brothers over the ancestral village house lasted a generation before the courts intervened. Word 1417 is diurnal. Spelling Diurnal, meaning daily. Example, the diurnal migration of office-goers from Noida to Gurgaon clogs the expressway at the same hour every working day. Word 1418 is divagation. Spelling Divagation, meaning digression. Example, the satsang speaker's divagation into cricket anecdotes tested the patience of the gray-haired congregation. Word 1419 is divergent. Spelling Divergent, meaning tending in different directions. Example, the divergent economic paths of India and Pakistan have widened the gap between the two neighbors since 1947. Word 1420 is diverse. Spelling Diverse, meaning capable of various forms. Example, India's diverse cuisines from Rasam to Rogan Josh often astonish first-time foreign visitors. Word 1421 is diversion. Spelling Diversion, meaning pastime. Example, for the cluster of village elders, an evening bout of carom at the chai stall was the only diversion they allowed themselves. Word 1422 is diversity. Spelling Diversity, meaning dissimilitude. Example, the linguistic diversity of the Northeast, with over 200 tongues, makes it the most varied corner of India. Word 1423 is divert. Spelling Divert, meaning to turn from the accustomed course or a line of action already established. Example, a ruptured water main stopped traffic at the Vadodara junction, diverting trucks onto a narrow village road that soon turned to mud. Quick tip, divergent, diverse diversion, and divert all rise from the Latin diverter, meaning to turn different ways. The vert element shows up in convert, invert, and revert to. Whenever something turns or is turned, the quiet vert is doing the work. A diverting storyteller simply turns your attention towards himself. Word 1424 is divertible. Spelling Divertible, meaning able to be turned from the accustomed course or a line of action already established. Example, the water of the canal is easily divertible to nearby farms, which is why the local Gram Panchayat quarrels each summer. Word 1425 is divest. Spelling Divest, meaning to strip specifically of clothes, ornaments, or accoutrements, or disinvestment. Example, the government divested its stake in the public sector airline after years of accumulated losses. Thank you for listening to the Vocabulary Podcast by IMS Gujarat.